In this video, I will explain and show how to install the Bestway 5619D frame pool on a plot of land. The frame pool is packed in a very sturdy and cardboard box. Here are its specifications. Bestway 5619D. It has a diameter of 4.27 meters. The dimensions are 4.27 meters in diameter and a height of 1 meter 22 centimeters. I have a plot of land approximately 4.5 by 5 meters. It is a square. It has been thoroughly tilled. Weeds have been completely removed, and the soil has been hoed several times. On the right side, there is a small relaxation area. Here, sports lawn grass has been planted. And here, we will place an umbrella and lounge chairs. In this spot, it is necessary to install the Bestway 5619D frame pool. On the right are grape bushes. On the left is a tree, and on that side is raspberry. But there will be about 1 meter left to these bushes, and the pool will be cleaned from branches and leaves. I will be installing the pool on the ground without using polystyrene or foam, because we have warm summers and the water won't cool down even at night. First of all, it is necessary to decide on the location of the pool. To do this, we will take a tape measure and use a rope and a stake to make a circle at the location of the Bestway 5619D pool. First, we find the central point for the location of the pool, and using a rope and a stake, we draw a circle around the perimeter. Here is exactly the circle where the pool will be installed. First of all, it is necessary to remove all stones, glass and debris that are around the perimeter of this circle. Such stones, pieces of wire and metal can puncture the pool, and it will need to be patched. After clearing the debris, it is necessary to take a garden roller or any compactor and thoroughly compact the soil to make it as firm as possible. Now it is necessary to level this surface so that it is as horizontal as possible, without any bumps or depressions. Using a construction level and a long piece of drywall, we will very carefully check the horizontality of the entire area. As we can clearly see, there is a very slight tilt to one particular side. It is absolutely necessary to level this surface perfectly horizontally. After that, it is necessary to add a layer of sifted sand to level the soil and remove all the irregularities that were on the ground. The sand must be sifted to ensure that stones, sharp shells, and glass do not get into it. Here, the entire area is covered with sand. Since the ground has a slight slope, the thickness of the layer on the right side at the bottom is about 7 centimeters. At the top, where the thickness should be small, approximately 3 centimeters, is the smallest possible thickness that can be allowed. After that, I use the same straight batten to level the layer of sand so that it is uniform and as horizontal as possible. For this purpose, a regular long construction level can also be used. Additionally, about 3 centimeters is generally the minimum thickness that can be allowed. The level across the area is now even. Now it is necessary to compact the sand well. For this, I use a vibrating plate, or, if I don't have one, a garden roller. If you don't have a roller, you can simply compact all the sand with your feet. or by using a wooden tamper. The surface of the sand has been compacted. It just needs to be leveled slightly, and then the underlayment for the pool can be laid on top.
After that, we use the underlay for the pool from the company Intex 58932. This sheet has a density of approximately 100 milligrams per meter. We will lay it down in total. Here is the 4x5 underlay, carefully placed in its proper position. And now it remains to assemble the pool. The pool still needs to be unpacked. It has an external cardboard packaging and an internal one made of thin cardboard. Here is the internal packaging of the pool. It is colorful and displays all its characteristics in a visually appealing manner. This is the pool's configuration. There is a highly efficient filtration system with a replaceable cartridge, piping that ensures smooth water flow, a durable PVC cover for the pool, and a robust frame system. The ladder is disassembled for easy transport. And in this small box, there are also parts of the pool's frame made of high-quality plastic, along with detailed instructions in English. First of all, it is necessary to carefully unpack the frame of the pool made of durable PVC material. The underlay of the pool shows that the outer part is a sleek gray color, while the inner part is made of the same sturdy material, but the squares are a combination of blue and gray. After that, it is necessary to spread the PVC material of the pool over the entire area of the pool cover. After that, we will take 2 electrodes and place them at the edges of the underlay to prevent it from wrinkling when the pool is opened.
And after that, we carefully spread the pool material over the area of the base to ensure an even distribution. Now we open the packaging with the support structures of the pools and securely place them. After this, it is necessary to form the plastic blocks for the frame pool with precision and attention to detail to avoid any mistakes and ensure stability for the next steps. For this, we use 1 plastic block, 1 stand, and 2 pipes, along with additional components such as screws. The main thing is to essentially fit this area onto the main pipe. After that, press on the lower part of the fixator. There is a spring part inside that needs to be pressed. Here's the little spring. And after that, putting this structure through the lower part, we insert it into the fixator and secure it. This is how the fixation part for the pool should look. Half of the pool is already assembled. Here,
We are not placing the support structures for the stands yet, because they will be set up later, and that will be the correct approach. Here the pool is assembled. While we are pouring water into it, the pressure is not very high, as there are 15 cubic meters. It will definitely take a very long time to fill, about a day. Now we will carefully assemble the ladder that comes with this pool. It is neatly packed in a small box. In the box, we have the steps themselves. Plastic washers that fit onto the axis of the steps and arches that will also be raised from above. Let's assemble. First we take the washer and the stringer of the ladder. We put it on from the top so that the wide part is at the bottom. It has a tear. We skillfully put it on and carefully secure it in the lower position so that it gently rests and securely. Now we carefully put on the step so that it rests on its foundational places. There are two stringers A and B. It is necessary for the steps to have the same designations A and B, otherwise they will not fit. We put the washer on so that this part is on the inside, on the left and right. After that, we put on the step. The same applies to positions B and A. Here are the two parts assembled, the ladders. It is necessary to install the braces, which will make one ladder out of the two. We install the arches in their place, ensuring that the holes for securing are on the inside. First, we install such braces on bolts at the top part of the ladder. Here is the ladder assembled. Everything is solid, good. Let's check how it works. Our TEM will go through now and check how it operates. Show me. Everything is fine. The steps are sturdy. Nothing bends or breaks. Now it can be installed in the pool. Now Tiomo will check how the ladder works. He will wake up and go down to the pool. Let's see how the ladder holds his weight. How's the water? Cold or not? A bit chilly. I think that in a couple of days it will warm up and we will swim again. For now, there is a little water at the bottom, so we can get into the pool and smooth out the bottom well to avoid any wrinkles. That's what we will do. After that, it is necessary to set the pool supports strictly vertically and place pads under them. They must be at exactly 90 degrees. I made the pads from wood, measuring 15 centimeters in length, 7 centimeters in width, and 4 centimeters in thickness. What was there? This is necessary to prevent the supports from sinking and to avoid any distortion of the main part of the pool. Otherwise, it will break. After that, it is necessary to install the filtration system for the pool. For this, we use 2 couplings. One collector with a fine mesh, one with a coarse mesh. Clamps will also be needed, which come in the set. The fine filter will be at the top, and the coarse filter will be at the bottom. First, we insert the fine mesh filter at the top. This is where the smallest debris will be, which needs to be filtered. And at the very bottom, we carefully install a high-quality filter with a coarse and durable mesh. From here, the water will flow into the pool. The pool comes with 2 tubes, 2 hoses approximately 1.5 meters long, which need to be connected to the pressure and suction nozzles for the pool. First, we carefully put the hose nozzle onto the next nozzle. After that, it is necessary to connect the pump to the filtration system. My pump is made in a cottage style. This is the cheapest option, but for now, it will do. The pump has 2 pipes, A and B. This is the suction pipe, and B is the pressure pipe. Therefore, we install the pump in its place and attach the lower pipe. Suction line. We also use a second pipe on the pressure line. We try to ensure that there is no dirt.
A day has passed and the pool is filled with water. We pour the water in such a way that there are at least 10-15 centimeters left at the top to accommodate the displacement of water when people jump and swim. The most interesting thing is that the drinking water turned out to be not blue, but greenish in appearance. There is a small amount of rust at the bottom. We need to make it transparently blue now. To measure the water temperature, we bought a floating bath thermometer at the pharmacy, and the water temperature is currently 22 degrees, just like it was at the tap. In order to purify the water and make it clear, I bought 1 kilogram of the agent AquaDoctor C60. This is a chlorine-based agent. It kills all microorganisms and fungi, and the water should become clear. It is necessary to take 2 to 3 grams of this agent per 1 cubic meter of water, and use it once every 2 to 3 days. After that, we turn on the filtration system for the night, and in the morning, it will be possible to swim. In my pool, there are 15 cubic meters of water, so I need to take 30 grams of the agent for this amount. Let's take a clean bucket, pour in 10 liters of water, and dilute this amount of chlorine in it. I will take the kitchen scale and measure approximately 30 grams of chlorine on it. This powder has a granular appearance and a characteristic smell of chlorine. Now it is necessary to dilute it in water. Here the chlorine has dissolved in the water, and there are almost no granules left. It can be poured into the pool. The chlorine solution turned out to be very concentrated, and my hands even smell like bleach. So if you have an allergy to chlorine, it is advisable to use personal protective equipment for the respiratory system and skin protection. After that,
it is necessary to pour the resulting solution around the perimeter of the pool. After that, we turn on the filtration pump for the whole night for about 8-10 hours. We plug it into the electrical socket. A low, continuous, faint humming sound is heard slightly. Bubbles appear from the pump's outlet pipe. It is necessary to aerate the system. For this, there is a plastic bolt on the top part of the filter lid that needs to be slightly more tightened until a characteristic hissing sound appears. There goes the air escaping from the system, and then it is done. Then they stop hissing, and then we carefully screw it back into its original place. It is clearly clear that air is no longer being supplied from the pressure pipe. Bubbles are clearly visible on the water, indicating that it has started to be filtered, and the process is ongoing. If you bring your hand slightly close to the pressure pipe of the filter, you can feel a good water pressure. That is, it is drawn in from the top and exits at the bottom. To reduce chlorine consumption and increase its effectiveness, it is necessary to cover the pool at night with a standard tent that comes with the package. Here the pool is covered. The first time it was initially difficult to stretch it because it hadn't yet expanded under its weight. But after a few times and heating it by the sun, it will be much larger. We just need to wait 8 to 12 hours, and in the morning we will check what the water will be like. The night has passed, and we will see what the water has become. As you can see, the water has become much cleaner, almost blue. Today, when the water warms up to 25 degrees and above, the children will start swimming.
The water has turned blue and is chlorinated. This is how the children swim. Children, how is the water?
Good, warm.
What is the temperature of the water? 25, just like at the sea.